Hi YouTube, Dylan here, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to draw one of my favorite Marvel superheroes, one of the few without superpowers, Hawkeye. So get your favorite pencil and a piece of paper, and let's begin. So first off, we need to turn the paper sideways because we're going to draw Hawkeye. We're not going to draw his whole body, we're going to draw him like he's firing his bow from the side. So like near the side, but not too close to the side of the paper. Start with a circle for the top of his head, like we do with most human characters. And then we draw the jawline like this, just like a square. We've drawn these jaw lines a bunch of times in these videos. And remember to draw very loosely and lightly at first, so that way when you make mistakes, they can all be erased really easily. So then we draw this kind of, we're going to draw this kind of really wide, maybe squashed circle shape for his upper body. And then we're going to put kind of a square at the bottom, a tall rectangle for his upper body. Then put in the center line like that. And then we're going to put two oval circles on both sides of the squash circle for his arm, for his shoulders. And for the arms, one of them is going to be straight because that's where he holds the bow. Have one small circle for the shoulder, for the elbow, one more line, and then put this circle will indicate where he holds the bow. And for this circle, you're going to draw a short line, a elbow here, and then right here you're going to make another line. Then right here you'll put another circle for the hand. So we've got our stick figure, our basic construction shapes. Now let's draw, you know what, let's start with his hand right here, because this is where he's holding he's pulling back the bow. So you're going to draw these angled lines, put a curve right here. And here's the lower part of his hand. And then here's the fingers where he holds the arrow back. They're going to be like two rectangles. And these are the fingers that stay down. And they are like two squares. These are going to be curved. And then we need to put the knuckle muscle patterns like this. And then right at the top, he's wearing fingerless gloves like these. And at the top of here, there's this kind of square, and then the top follows the shape of that, the top of the hand, like that. And then right here, you can put his wristband of his glove sleeve. And now we can get his head here. So we'll get his lower jaw. And then right up here, he has these we're drawing the classic Hawkeye. The modern day Hawkeye has like sunglasses, but we're going to draw the classic one because it's more colorful and unique. And he's got these kind of earpieces, kind of like Wolverine's cowl. So you draw these two pieces, and then put this, indicate the top of his head, and then he's got this letter H on top of his head for Hawkeye. So you're going to draw two vertical lines on both sides, and then you're going to put two small squares, one at top and one at the bottom, just like that. And then you're gonna then for the lower part of his mask, you're gonna draw this kind of upside down V shape that goes like this. Then you draw this cheek line of his jaw. And then you're going to draw his nose, which will be a straight line and a V shape that goes like this, or almost like a heart shape without the point at the top. And then draw his mouth. He's going to, not exactly a happy expression, just look like he's aiming. And then right here, let's get his wrist, or his forearm. Goes like this, and there's a curve on the end of it. And then right here is his shoulder. And now we should also get his eyes. His eyes, we're going to start with the eyes of his mask, and unlike Spider-Man and Wolverine, Hawkeye's eyes aren't white on his mask. They're kind of like Captain America's cowl. He has his eyes showing through. And then we draw two similar shapes, but a little smaller, except they're more round. Then you're going to put two circles for the irises, and we're going to have them on the back sides of his eyes so that he's looking at what he's aiming at. Then you're going to put two small circles inside for the pupils of his eyes. You're going to shade those in. And remember to leave the white spot. That's for the highlight. Okay, now let's get the rest of his pullback arm. So you're going to put the edge of his piece that he has on the back of his glove. It's going to go like this. And there's a triangle pattern on it. And get his shoulder. And here's the other part of his shoulder. And this is the band that he has on his arm. And now we also need to draw his neck. Actually, before we get to the rest of his arm, let's draw his arrow. Let's just put two tiny straight lines, and if you want to get a ruler to draw it, you can. Just make it a guide, but don't make it too long. Actually, make it as long as the paper, starting from there. And now we must get his lower body, well, the side of his lower body. Here's like that. In fact, we should darken that line. And then put a square behind that for his thumb. And then right here, you draw his sleeve. And there's his other side of his body. And then put this curve here's the lower part of his body. And then you can put his belt right here, the upper part of his belt, just slightly curved. Put two of them, and he's got a belt pouch right here, and a V shape for the flap of the pocket, and a circle for the button or the clip. And then you can put his belt buckle. And you're drawing a similar belt pouch, but you're doing it from a different angle, like this. Okay, now let's get the rest of his arm so we can get on to his bow. Then you're gonna put the armband on that arm as well. Give him his forearm. Here's his forearm. Here's the glove sleeve, and it's got a triangular pattern like this. Now we should draw the tip of his arrow. And just put a little cylinder for the head. And some detail on it as well. Now we draw the thumb, his hand, draw his fingers, here's the palm of his hand. And then we're gonna get on to his bow and put squares on the lower parts of his fingers for the nails. Okay, now we need to draw these curves for the upper limbs of his bow. You don't have to do them, just make sure it gets fat on this end and then a little bit skinny towards the top, like that. And same thing with over here. Make sure it gets fat on the top, but a little bit gets skinny towards the bottom. And then we gotta draw the string, and it's gonna look like it's pulled back, so you just draw two angled straight lines like this. Okay, we look like we're done, but we're not, because we got to get into some further details. We got to draw these small, skinny, but tall rectangle shapes for separation. Then you're going to draw muscle lines. And these squares, they look like for the buckles of his harness. That's what these stripes are. They're harnesses. And then on the back side of his body, he's got a quiver. Quiver's like a pouch where you keep your arrows in. So you just draw these two curves, and for the bottom part of the quiver, you draw these two curves followed by straight lines, and you draw straight lines for the body of the quiver. And then for the arrows inside, you gotta draw a stick, a small stick here, and then put two triangular shapes on the sides for the fletchings. And then for the rest of the arrows, you don't have to draw the stick, just draw triangles that go like this. And then, if you want to get rid of some of the overlapping lines, you can blacken some stuff like the handle of his bow, and probably color in the arrow as well. And then we can put in his fingernails on there. And then maybe put some details on his fletchings. And there you go. You've got your own picture of Hawkeye. I hope this video helped you, and if it did, give a like, subscribe for more, and we'll see you next time. Bye.